Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, we've got some crazy info, I guess, today. And actually, I guess this is within the matter of the last few hours.
Yeah, I knew that, and we really haven't actually told you what the weird stuff is or whatever, but I'd read about this diamond, I don't know, a couple weeks ago or something, and I knew that it was going up for sale. I didn't realize that by the time that we did this, that it was going to be sold. So it's
Yeah.
even better yet. So
Yeah. We knew it was selling today, but
well, I didn't know it was selling today. I knew it was going to be selling sometime soon. I thought they were still previewing it, but look it up. So Colton goes, what are we going to talk about? And I said, why don't we talk about this pink diamond? And because it's pretty amazing. It's like probably the only one, I guess the only one in the world like this.
yeah.
So it's almost like you've got, maybe not quite, but it's almost like you have the Hope Diamond that's coming up for auctions.
Pretty much. Minus the curses.
Yeah, that's just a bunch of coincidences. What I'd
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. Anyway, if you haven't gathered already, we're going to be talking about pink diamonds today, and more specifically, we're going to be talking about one specific stone, but we're going to show you some pictures of some other ones just to kind of give you an idea. But the one in particular that we're talking about, if you actually saw our picture preview that we posted just a few minutes ago, we are actually talking about what's known as the Pink Star diamond. And it's a really large, oval, fancy, vivid
Fancy vivid
pink diamond that is actually flawless.
Yeah. So it's like 59.6 carats.
Yeah.
That's larger than the Hope. Actually, it's probably not rarer than the Hope, but it's still
Yeah.
it's set a world record or
It's set an
Maybe.
all-time record for
most
the
expensive.
most expensive diamond or gem at auction.
Yeah.
And how much did it sell for?
71.2 million.
Man,
And and I kind of
Who's
thought
got
about
that?
Well, and what's even more amazing, I guess, is it was a phone bid. So
really?
yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know if you just gave him his.
And he probably
Black.
called from like an old Nokia brick or something,
He
Yes,
probably-
I'd like to place a bid for
71.2.
Yeah, $71.2 million.
Yeah.
Click.
And put it on my Black American Express card. I'll give you the numbers over the phone.
Put it on my tab.
Yeah. Well, apparently this diamond sold at auction before.
Yes,
For
to a diamond cutter.
Yeah.
But they defaulted on it, and it was
Yeah.
like $83 million.
Yeah. So it's.
So I guess
fell
it
down.
didn't. I guess it didn't actually sell.
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
I wonder if that guy can't bid anymore. Because the auctions
Oh,
I go
no.
to, that's bad. It'd be like a bad deal.
I think you're probably blacklisted for that.
I wonder why he defaulted.
I don't know, but it was weird because I was thinking
Didn't
about
like
it.
the color of pink, maybe, or
I don't know, but I was thinking about it, and when you told me how much that it sold for, I'm sitting there thinking, I wonder how many people have actually gone in there and thought, well, I'm just going to bid this thing up, just to get back at Bob over there, and then you get stuck with it, and you're like, how am I going to pay for this?
yeah,
$83 million
yeah, maybe that's
on a single item,
yeah.
and you can't
Well,
live
even
in it.
Even if it had been multiple items.
Oh yeah, but still, I mean, almost, yeah, $71.2 million for one stone.
Yeah, I've sold a pink, not near that expensive, and actually I kind of wish we could buy it back.
Now, I've sold one pink, a pear shape,
Yeah, but
but it was enhanced.
No, this was natural.
Yeah.
It was actually, we bought it out of a state in Denver,
But it was nothing like this stone.
no, because
there's
this one was
there's
natural.
nothing like this stone.
Oh, you mean the
Pink Star.
No,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
No, but I'd still like to have that stone back. Then
Yeah.
there's another one in Oklahoma City I'd like to get back.
But I mean, man, that's That's nuts. I was reading a little bit more on it, and I guess that this stone, when they found it, was like 134 carats.
Oh,
rough,
I didn't read that.
and they found it in 2013, so it hadn't been around that long.
Oh, and I thought it was. Oh, I thought it was earlier than that.
No, I think they just mined it and cut it in 2013. But still, I mean,
And then the other
How's-
thing that's a little bit amazing, most of the really expensive diamonds that's been sold at auction has been in Geneva. This one happened to have sold in Hong Kong.
well, it originally sold in Geneva,
Oh, so they
but the
did-
guy didn't pay for it.
yeah, but that guy was out of what, New York?
Yeah.
And they didn't say where this guy or person was out of.
I don't know who's his service provider. I mean, you make a phone call like that. That's a pretty big deal.
Well, I know, but they're going to charge you extra for the phone call.
No, but I usually have terrible service, so I want to know what the guy that's the guy that's
Maybe
spending
he didn't use
71
it.
million on a diamond. Who's he using as his service provider?
Well, maybe it's not a cell phone. That's your
Maybe
problem.
it's a satellite phone.
Well, maybe it's just a regular phone. I mean,
Oh,
they
that
still
could be.
have those.
Yeah, he's over there on a rotary.
I don't know about a rotary. That's
He
fast.
called from a phone booth. Superman bought the diamond.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're getting way off subject here. I wanted to show you some pictures of some natural pinks because obviously we don't have a $71.2 million stone sitting here in the store
No,
we can just show you.
And we talked about we do have a light pink.
We do.
What's
But we also know how bad our camera is
Yeah.
here.
It
So
is-
we
it's
just didn't
too-
even bother bringing
it's
it
too
up.
light a pink. We'd had to use a Sharpie to make it pink enough. That was kind of a weird deal because that diamond was sold as a white diamond.
Really?
That pink that we got, yeah.
Wow.
And it was one of those where it was in a flute. A whole bunch of diamonds were in there.
Or was it in a fluke?
No, well, it was a flute. Flute chick.
Oh, the puns are bad today.
Yeah, it is. But okay, so
Anyway,
the other thing that's a little bit confusing with me, and maybe you can explain this because we really never talked about this, is there is fancy vivid pink,
hmm
and then there's like, there's a whole bunch of pinks, and I never know which pink is better than the other. Apparently, the fancy vivid must be the best. But
yeah, I've got a.
how do they come up with that stuff?
I don't know. They need to put this on like an easier scale for people to understand, like a 1 through 10.
Because they got like GIA has this little looks like part of a radiator furnace thing that's kind of curved on top, and they've got hue and tone and saturation
Oh, yeah.
all built in there, and I don't know that I'd be a great
Yeah,
fancy colored diamond grader,
And
especially get in the pinks and the blues.
I didn't get.
Oh, that one's got a ball. The
Yeah.
ones I've seen are like little humps, look like bread loaves. Haven't seen those
No,
on a GIA cert?
no.
Have you ever seen a fancy colored diamond cert?
Yeah, I guess I didn't pay attention to that.
No, you should have paid attention. Because they didn't have no little ball thing like that.
No. But I mean, you get to that size stone and have something flawless. I don't care what color it is. It's going to be an expensive stone.
Yeah, but you've got a better chance of a large stone being flawless than you
You
do
do.
a smaller stone.
Yes, you do. And you know what's funny, and this is a short little story here. I actually had an argument with a lady at a De Beers store, and this was actually right after I finished
Was
my
it-
diamonds
Was she
course.
working there?
Yeah.
Or is it just some lady you picked out?
No,
to argue with?
she was working there. This is what was
I'm
really
going to argue with this person.
This is what was really funny. Is so, and they just opened, granted, and I don't know what kind of education or anything she had. She said she'd worked in the jewelry business for like 20-some years, which kind of scared me at this point when I'm talking. But anyway, at this particular store, I'm just finished my diamonds course and everything, and I just wanted to see their store.
Was this when we went to the JCK
Yeah.
show and you met us there?
Yeah, and so they just opened, and their store policy was they only allowed 10 people in the store at a time. And so they had this big old bulky security guard right at the front door. And they've got this nice, I think it was like a 15 or 20 carat round diamond in a men's ring in the window.
In a man's ring?
Yeah,
Really?
in a platinum ring. And so I'm looking at it, and I'm like, man, that's a nice stone. That's got to be a pretty clean stone too. And he goes, really? And he goes, well, how do you know that? I go, well, and I kind of told him that, I was going to school at GIA, and I just finished diamonds and everything. And I go, well, normally the larger the stone is, the cleaner its potential is, and also the wider its potential is. Just because normally, if it's got any inclusions or something like that, those stones tend to break up a little bit. And so only those real clean ones survive to be that big of a crystal. And as I'm talking to him about this lady is going on her lunch break, I guess, and walks out, and she overhears it, and she just like about bit my head off for saying that. And I kind of looked at her, and I was like, well, what are you talking about? She's like, well, that's not true. That's just a big myth. And she went on this like maybe 10-minute rant while I'm just standing there, and the security guard and I are just kind of looking at her like, really? You're going to chew me out before I go into your store? And finally she goes, well, where did you even get this information? And I go, well, I just did finish my diamonds course at GIA. If you really want to know, I actually have my books in the car. And she kind of just looked at me like, whoops, I kind of lost that argument and walked off, and the security guard actually high-fived me as I walked in. And but yeah, it ended up, I asked him about that stone, and I think it was an EVBS1 that they had in that front window. So that was pretty incredible stone to look at, actually.
And I don't know what the policy is now, but to do diamond mining where they're basically hard rock mining, that's an expensive endeavor. The alluvial deposits.
Do they ever do like jazz mining? They do hard rock mining. Do they do like jazz mining?
I think maybe
classical.
Depends on maybe the music, I guess, or something. But anyways, I don't know what you had this morning.
I don't know.
But
something in my coffee.
back in the earlier days, and I don't know how long, maybe this still goes on, is whenever a lot of them in South Africa are found basically on farms, these diamond pipes. So whenever, we'll say De Beers, since that's kind of who was doing it, most of it in South Africa anyways, whenever they would basically offer like royalties or whatever as far as, we're going to do this diamond mine on your property, the first 5 years of production, the landowner gets nothing.
What?
Yeah. And what's bad is the best stuff
comes out in those first 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you go down in that mine, the stones normally get smaller, crystals get smaller, but all the good stuff is going to be up towards the top of this diamond
until
pipe.
something like this happens, and you have 134 carat pink
And
diamond.
Did they ever
flawless
say
pink
where it
diamond.
come from?
It was South Africa, but I don't remember what mine or whatever.
It was South Africa though?
I think it said that it was South Africa. I would look it up, but we're using our phone.
Yeah. Well, we can look it up on something else.
But yeah, still pretty crazy. This just happened actually a few hours ago in Hong Kong at Sotheby's, and just
Colton goes,
pretty incredible.
Sometimes some of this is just spur of the moment stuff, but I've been thinking about
Some of it. Most
of it. Well, I don't want it to sound like it was just like we just sat down and
started talking.
yeah.
That's pretty much how a lot of these conversations go anyway.
But anyways, I told Colton, I said there's a pink diamond that's supposed to be going to be selling for auction, and this is April, which is the best birthstone month.
Mm-hmm. Diamond.
Right?
Yeah.
It's better than October. I got a
I-
birthday in April. He's got one in October.
Yeah, and I like mine. I like tourmaline.
Yeah,
and
I know.
so.
That's giving you a hard time. But anyways, so I'm thinking let's just do a little deal on like pink diamonds and kind of feature this pink star.
Yeah.
So I go over on the computer and look it up to kind of get a little more information, and darn if it's already sold.
You missed your bid.
Yeah, I didn't get the phone in. I don't know how many American Express cards I'd had to get together. A lot. So I don't think.
I don't know if you could do that with everybody in town.
Oh yeah, you could. There's surely somebody that's got a black one.
Yeah, that may be pushing their limit, even though they're limitless.
Yeah, I think whoever has that black one, he could have done it.
Yeah, that's probably true. But still, that's pretty incredible. So
Yeah.
today was history in the jewelry business.
Yeah, this is almost like the World Championship has happened. I mean, you got.
Well, this is like an Olympic record.
Record.
Being broken,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, because I think the next most expensive one was in the 40 million thing.
59 million, I think.
Was it?
Mm. And that was in May of last year, actually.
What did
Prior-
you sell then?
It was pink diamond. But I think
May
it
have
was
to
a.
check on
I
that.
think it was a. This one's an oval. I think this last one was a pear shape.
So
But
I
the one
thought
prior
that-
to that was a princess cut. That was a 5 carat, and it sold for $2.5 million per carat.
So was that the Graph Pink? Because I think that's the second most expensive one.
I'm not sure. I'll have to. We'll have to look and see.
Okay.
But
We'll give you an update.
yes, we
I
will.
was thinking it was less.
We need like that little streaming thing, breaking news at the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what else we'd put on there, but it'd just be a repeat of the same info,
Yeah.
which is pretty much every news station anyway.
But you can kind of see we lead a sheltered life. I mean, a big pink sells, and it's kind of big news for us. Probably nobody else in the rest of the world cares, except other diamond dealers maybe. But
Yeah, there's people that are tuning in going,
what the hell are they talking
and this affects me how?
about? Yeah, but was kind of amazing because Hong Kong or that China supposedly that economy is somewhat down. But it sounds like to
Yeah,
me
but-
that a lot of the wealthy are kind
He
of
bid by phone.
That's true.
Last I checked, I can still call China from here.
Yeah,
So
especially Hong Kong.
yeah, so it's one of those deals that you don't know where it's going. It just
true.
happened to sell there.
Yeah, and they didn't say. Sometimes,
Yeah, because
sometimes they'll
whenever
say.
whenever I pay $71 million, I'm going to announce to the world who I am and where I live. Yeah, no, this isn't.
But if we find out, we'll tell you.
Yeah,
And then another thing that was amazing is the Pink Star has been on display at the Smithsonian.
oh really?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
within the last year or two.
Well, but it's not now.
Well, you never know.
Yeah, you never
they
know.
may donate it to the Smithsonian. You need
Could happen.
Maybe he needs a tax write-off.
Could happen. You never know. The Hope Diamond was donated.
Yeah, was it quite at the market price of 71 million at that?
No, maybe equivalent at that time.
Yeah, I don't remember because that would have been back in what, the 60s.
I'm not sure when that was. That's something else we'll have to look up. And maybe we do a special on that one of these days. A show
Oh, yeah.
on the Hope Diamond. Because that one's got a really cool story with it, real cool history, especially like leading up to its place in the Smithsonian, the things that kind of occurred leading up to that. It's pretty amazing. I mean, you wouldn't think somebody would do
and then the
what they did.
stuff they discovered after they had it.
Yeah.
And it's the largest blue diamond in the world.
Natural. Blue
Yeah.
diamond. Yeah.
And is that one a vivid blue?
That one is, I think that one's an intense.
Oh, that's
Fancy
the other term.
intense.
So is
I-
fancy intense better than fancy vivid?
I believe so. I'm gonna have to look at the. I'm gonna have to go back and look. I don't grade the fancy colors often enough
Yeah.
for the terminology. But.
Intense. Vivid. You know what?
And then faint
Yeah, we have a faint. We have a faint pink. Light
or
pink.
fancy light.
Yeah. So it's just the way you say it?
I
mean,
guess.
Intense is better than vivid. I don't know. We're gonna have to do a little checking on that because
I know I've got the book over there that's got all of our scales and stuff for that.
It's a whole different world whenever you get into the fancy colors.
Yeah, it's like, all right, we got a fancy color. It's not white, yellow, or light brown. So let's come up with something totally different to grade this thing with,
Yeah, well,
and confuse everybody.
yeah, you gotta do something, because
Yeah,
basically you got, majority of the diamonds are going to be in the white series. I mean, these fancy colors are, for the most part, rarer than what the whites are.
yeah, and what a lot of people don't know is a fancy color diamond is any diamond that is a color other than white, yellow, or brown of any shade or any
No.
depth of color, I guess. So if it's got any trace of blue, pink, red, orange, whatever, it's automatically a fancy color. Now, if it has yellow or brown to it, and it is past a Z on the color scale, then it becomes a
I
fancy
mean, on the
color.
white scale.
On the white scale, yes. If it passes a Z on that scale, then it becomes fancy color. But if it's not white, brown, or yellow that falls in the D to Z range, then it's automatically a fancy color diamond. And then that's when we get into those fun terms of the fancy light, fancy faint,
Yeah,
fancy
I'm
intense,
just,
fancy vivid,
if I remember right,
fancy fabulous.
that pink, that light pink that we bought was actually in a bunch of top light browns.
Mm.
And
So
that
that-
kind of makes sense a little bit because
That was the ones that basically the guys didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know how to grade,
no,
or they didn't know what they had.
well, I
Pretty
think
much.
I don't know why it was in there, but to us, whenever we seen it, it kind of stuck out. I mean, but if I remember right, because that stone goes back a ways. I mean, we've actually sold it once, and then it got traded back to us, which was fine. And then it's been set in like 2 or 3 different rings, and now I think we just have it in a head.
Now it's just sitting in the head. Yeah.
We need to do something with that one.
Yes, we do.
I wish it was pinker though. I wish it was as pink as the one we got out of Denver.
Yeah. But anyway,
Okay, so enough of that. Just
Yep.
the big thing is that
the pink star.
the pink star sold today, which is even more amazing. It was a real shock when I pulled it
Yeah.
up to get some information on it.
And you'll have to
then
go-
it already sold.
Yeah, you'll have to go check it out. There's
video
some
art.
really cool pictures and videos of the pink star. It's really impressive. It doesn't even look real. I mean, they're holding it, and I'm like, there is no way. But I mean, you never see something that intense of color and that size
In a
and
diamond.
that clarity in a diamond.
Yeah.
So I mean, it just doesn't look real, but it's pretty cool to be able to see those videos and everything.
Only one in the world.
Yep. Yeah. But check that out, and then we will eventually be talking about some of these other colors, and I think we should do a show on the Hope Diamond at some point, because I think that would be a really good one. People would find interesting and everything, but
Probably one of the most important gems in the Smithsonian.
yeah. So, but if you guys have any questions in the meantime, or you would like to see a pink diamond, you can come by here at Suzanne's. We're at 4254 South Alameda here in Corpus Christi.
4254.
4254?
Yeah, I know, but I always say 4254.
Well, I'm saying it different. Maybe it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or you can call us 361-991-7565. Check us out online at suzannes-jewelers.com or right here at Facebook. You can also check out
Right
our
here at
Insta.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Like
We're on
it's a
Facebook.
Well, it's like a certain spot.
Yes, Facebook. It has an address, a web address. You can't like Google Map it.
A real phone.
Yeah. Anyway, check us out on Facebook. You can also check out our Instagram account at Suzanne's
It's
Jewelers.
going to be a fun day today.
Yes, it is. Anyway, we hope you guys have a great one. We will see you next week. Thanks.
Thank you.